Okay, guys, heads up.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you for coming out. My name's Tom Booth. I'm the chairman of the Camden County Republican Party. We're here today to hold a press conference in front of Camden City Hall on a very important topic, public safety in this city and in this county. The Camden County Freeholders have decided to play Russian roulette with public safety. It's irresponsible, it's reckless. It's irresponsible to do this to the citizens of the city of Camden as well as the taxpayers of Camden County. What the Camden County Democrats are engaging in is nothing more than pure union busting. And they're putting your public safety at risk in doing so. Do you want a county police force?
No.
Do you want a county police force?
No.
You know, up in Bergen County, they've had a county police force. You know what they're doing with it?
What?
They're dismantling it.
Get rid of.
Because it costs too much money.
Too much money, that's right.
Because there's too much fraud and corruption that goes with it.
That's right.
You want to trust a county police force to these freeholders?
No.
No.
Do you want to trust a county police force to these freeholders?
No.
Now,
Bumps out.
No,
we
sir.
need to stop it. We need to unite.
They're a bunch of crooks.
This city gets over $100 million in state aid. What are they doing with it?
And George.
What are they doing with
Putting
it?
it in George's pocket.
George's pocket.
Filling their pockets up.
Today, we say no.
God.
Today, we say this stops. Now, I'm here to introduce our candidates for office because there's only one way that we can stop it. We got to throw these people out of office. Let's call it the end of the reign of terror in Camden County. Get rid of these guys.
Right.
That means electing responsible people
That's
who are
right.
ready to do the right thing, who are not owned or bought by anybody.
That's right. That's right.
They will act in the best interest of the residents of this city and the residents of this county.
Yes.
You have our word. We are men and women of integrity. Let me introduce our candidates for office. We have Jim Pierce for Freeholder.
Yeah, Jim.
We have Chris Leone-Zwillinger for Sheriff.
Right.
We have Eugene Lawrence for Freeholder.
Let's go.
We have Ian Gill for Freeholder.
All right, yeah.
These are the men and women that are going to change Camden County because we know the other guys aren't going to do it.
Yes.
They don't have the courage. They don't have the independence. This is it today, folks. It begins.
Yes.
We are 5.5 weeks away from an election.
5.5, that's right.
November 6th, it all changes in Camden County. But we need all of you to do it. We need you to help us. We need you to talk to your friends, your family, your neighbors, your co-workers. Tell them they've got to jump on board now. There's too much at stake. So without further ado, let me ask Jim Pierce to come up and tell you a little bit more about our plan for public safety.
All right, Jim.
Good afternoon, everyone. I really appreciate that you guys all took the time out of your day to come here. My name's Jim Pierce. I'm a candidate for Freeholder. I currently sit on council in one of the towns of Camden County, Berlin.
Okay.
I'm in my beginning my third term there, my third year of my first term there. Sorry. And I really hope that I can get your support. I'm really fired up about this problem too. I actually, because I sit on a council in a town in Camden County, I know that my police are totally against this plan, and I would like to just, go through some of the problems, and then I'm going to introduce Christine, and she's going to give some of our solutions to how we can do it better than what they're doing right now. The first problem is Camden City needs to increase its number of police officers, and we need to create local jobs here in Camden City. Camden City also cannot afford a full-time police department, but it's not figured out how to operate without transitional aid, and it has not made any substantial changes to its budget. The state has said it would be willing to only fund 1 year of this pilot transitional aid, but taxpayers in all the other municipalities would be responsible for funding this plan after the state aid ends. As part of the pilot, the county wants to create a separate organization, which will require $6 million in startup costs and capital expenses. There's no contingency plan when funding is withdrawn after the 1 year pilot plan ends. A separate organization would also undermine the constitutional authority of the Camden County Sheriff. The police union would be broken, veteran officers will be fired and removed from districts where they know their own districts and they are most effective. We're going to lose these men and women. Replacements would be pulled from outside the county, and these replacements will not know the individual streets of Camden, and they will not know the population and the residents of Camden.
That's right. That's a threat.
Eventually, it is our feeling that the county, freeholders, and sheriff, what they're going to do is eventually force shared services across the whole county. That'll lead to all the different towns and municipalities in Camden County having to fund the Metro Police Department. I know I can speak for my own town, and I've talked to many other towns while I'm out there campaigning. No one I've spoken to wants to be part of this plan. So I would like to now introduce Christine Leone-Zwillinger, last name, who is our candidate for sheriff, and she would like to review some of our solutions.
First, I want to thank everybody that's here for coming and listening to what we have to say. It's a busy day, but we want to share with you some of our solutions. We have two areas of solutions. What we can do now, even though we're not elected, and what we can do later when we are elected. And the first of those is that we're going to ask the Civil Service Commission not to approve the Camden County pilot because of its lack of transparency, the absence of a contingency plan, and the conflict of interest it has with the freeholders, seeking to override and supersede the elected sheriff's responsibilities.
It's good. It's good.
Now we've already started to do this, and we will be at the Civil Service Commission meeting next week to have our voice heard on behalf of Camden County and the residents of Camden County.
That's good.
We will also run we've actually already done this, we've run multiple financial scenarios to test out what the freeholders have presented to us. And it's proven that the increased public protection can be done for less money than what the county is proposing. We also want to create a workable and agreeable plan that factors in all of the deployment issues that we're concerned about. At the same time, we want to work with the Department of Community Affairs to let them know what Camden City can be doing better so that they can fund their own police department in full. At the same time, once we're elected, when you elect us, there's much more that we can do. First of all, we'll work with Camden City to modify their 2012-2013 budget to reprioritize their spending so they can properly afford the police they need. Secondly, on the day I'm sworn in, I will file a lawsuit to stop the county police takeover.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Because I know that only the sheriff, who is the only elected law enforcement official in the county, has the authority to control law enforcement.
That's right.
Tell us about the corruption.
That is why the sheriff is elected, not the freeholders. The freeholders should not be in the business of police.
That's right.
That's
That's not
right.
their business. That's not their business. That's
The
right.
sheriff has the right and duty to secure the peace, order, and safety in the community. And as your sheriff, I'll make sure that my office will get back the respect and
Chris
power.
Zwillinger for sheriff. Chris Zwillinger for sheriff.
Yeah.
The sheriff's department will also work with the freeholders at that point, our elected freeholders right here.
Honest
That's right.
Honest freeholders.
Yeah.
To increase the sheriff's staff if necessary to help and assist our individual municipal police departments as needed by invitation. We're not going to go and impose our will on them.
All right. All right.
As any police department needs us, we'll be happy to be there, and if that requires hiring additional officers, we'll work with the freeholders to do that, and we'll work with the local municipalities to do that.
Isn't that how Burlington County does it?
That's how Burlington County does it.
Right.
We'll also work with the Camden Fraternal Order of Police and the PBA and residents of Camden City to craft a viable plan that works within the necessary parameters.
Right. Residents care.
That's right.
We'll make the sheriff's department. We'll also make the sheriff's department more accessible to municipalities should they need complementary resources. We'll use the sheriff's department numbers for comparative cost savings and analysis, so that if New Jersey Bill S2 is passed, the bill that requires consolidation, we can show consolidation through the sheriff's department and still benefit by the use of that bill.
Good. Good idea.
We'll also make cuts and reprioritize spending in the county budget to create savings for any future public safety emergency. That's the plan as we have it now. Obviously, as I get elected and we get more information, we'll continue to formulate it. But with you on our side and electing us, we can stop this ridiculous plan and move forward.
Yes.
Now, Jim's going to present a summary of what we've presented here today.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So the bottom line today, the county is deceiving the public and the state officials with their analysis, their budgets, and what their true intentions are.
Right.
The Camden City Police Department could stay as it presently is, and it could be enhanced if they would just reprioritize their budget, and they could continue to support public safety if they would just reprioritize a lot of things, not just their budget, but also all the other things they're doing with their goals. The Timony plan could be implemented in Camden City if we, or actually even in the Sheriff's Department, more easily than what we can do with the Camden County Metro Police plan. The cost to implement a Timony plan could be done for less than what the county is currently proposing, and the Sheriff Department could be used to support supplemental public safety needs. And the real bottom line is, if you don't get us elected, we can't make these changes. We're all out here fighting for you guys. We are fighting to save Camden and save Camden County.
That's right.
We really need your support. And I thank you guys for coming out this afternoon, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for
This ends the press conference, but this is the beginning of the change.
Yes.
Don't let it end here today. We pull this podium down and we vacate this place.
Yeah, that's right.
That just begins the work.
The war been out there about a year with us.
November
We ain't
6th,
stopping.
time for change, column 1. Send the message this year. It stops. Stand up to these people. They're not invincible.
That's right.
They serve us. We don't serve them.
That's right.
So on November 6th, fire them.
Yeah.
Fire.
Right. People have the power. We the people have the power.
Fire the vote. Fire the vote.
Thank you all for coming out. November 6th, column 1 for change in Camden County.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
We will re-elect no one.